All right, so my name is Allison Ralston, and I'm doing a speech on intercultural communication for Intro to Communication 101. This is my audience. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
All right. So guys, imagine this. You're meeting a fellow classmate to discuss a project that you'll be working on together. You both decide to sit at a table in the library, and as you take your notes out, the other student sits a little too close to comfort to you. So you kind of inch away. And then the next thing you know, they're scooting even closer to you. You seem uncomfortable, so you scoot away again, and then you realize they look very offended. But you don't understand why. And the other student may think that they smell bad, or maybe that you don't like them, when neither of those are true. And what's happening here is a cross-cultural conflict. So one student may be used to having lots of personal space all the time, while the other is more comfortable with a closer distance. If the two students knew more about their cultural background, they might realize this conflict and make some compromises. Do you work with or go to school with people who come from a different culture, or even speak a different language at home? Highline College has provided many experiences for me to meet new people with many different backgrounds, but a lot of people don't really get that. Working with intercultural groups in class has broadened my experiences with intercultural communication, and many classes that I've taken here have added to my knowledge of other cultures too. Today, I will inform my audience about the importance of intercultural communication competence. First, I will analyze stereotypes and how they affect us. Then, I will talk about the importance of keeping an open mind. And finally, I will talk about the knowledge of other cultures and how to use it effectively for communication. So, to get started, let's analyze stereotypes. Stereotypes generalize groups of people, and they usually focus on negative aspects that often led to prejudice. Judging someone based off of their skin color or even their accent is a horrible way to start communication. Even when someone is committed to egalitarianism, they may still experience subconscious prejudices, but they can resist acting on them. So since stereotypes are learned at an early age, we must focus on children to eliminate discrimination. We must teach them that every person has different and unique experiences that make us who we are, and the difference should be celebrated. This concept should also be applied in everyday communication, especially cross-cultural. To overcome stereotyping, we must first acknowledge that it is a problem, and then we can start with an open mind. Keeping an open mind will help many aspects of your life, including communication skills. And the first thing to an open mind is developing a tolerance for ambiguity. Since it is always high during cross-cultural encounters, and dealing with uncertainty is a skill that will help with any type of communication. It will increase your confidence in future situations and help you deal with the problem at hand in a calm manner. Another path to developing an open mind includes exposing yourself to different cultures, which is a great way to increase your competence in communication. So, according to research from the textbook, spending time with people from different backgrounds leads to a host of positive outcomes: reduced prejudice, greater productivity, and better relationships. So, in other words, socializing with diverse groups of people makes you into a better person overall. So there is always a chance that communication problems may be culture-related, so we need to be patient and forgiving in these situations. Open-minded people are willing to listen and consider new ideas. If problems occur because of cultural differences, you should reply slowly and carefully to solve the issue. Misunderstandings happen very often in cultural encounters, so talking through the problem is a great start. Once we learn how to keep an open mind, we can move on to the next method to develop competent intercultural communication. So we also need to gain a lot of knowledge about other cultures to understand how to communicate with people from different backgrounds. And one way to learn about other cultures is researching them online. The internet allows us to speak to different people in different cultures, and it's easier than ever to speak with someone that you may never meet in person. Online environments also make asking questions easier since you have time to respond. And chatting online also makes differences seem less apparent since you can't actually see the person. There are many places on the web to find information and details about cultures too. It's important to know a few big differences because of how much they can affect communication techniques. So, for example, high context cultures, such as Japan, are offended at direct remarks. They use more body language and tend to use hints more than direct remarks. This is much different than low context cultures, such as the United States, where communication is very bold. Low context cultures say exactly what they're feeling, and is the acceptable way to communicate. Socializing with a diverse group of people can also teach you a lot about their culture, but you must have the desire to get to know and understand them. There are many ways to socialize with new people. So, for example, when you're working on a group project in class, you can pick people from different backgrounds. You'll have many different perspectives to work with, and it's very interesting conversations. All right, so in conclusion, intercultural communication is a very important skill to have. There are many potential problems that may arise, but the important thing is to know how to alter your behavior to fix a situation. Cultural stereotypes should not influence our judgment. We should always keep an open mind and strive to learn more about different cultures. Communication with people from different backgrounds may sound intimidating, but it is important for students, professors, employers, and employees to be competent in intercultural communication. Thank you. My wonderful audience.
That was awesome.
That was actually pretty good.
Thank you.